Hey y'all, and welcome back to Happily Hester After. Today I want to talk to you all about 5 books that changed my marriage before it even started. If you are planning on getting married, or even if you're already married, and especially if you're having some troubles or problems in your marriage, these 5 books should be great for you in just setting the foundation for a good and healthy marriage. Most of these books were assigned to me and Daryl in our marriage counseling, and we read them before we got married, and it made a huge difference. I'll try to leave Amazon links for them below. If you plan on getting any or all of the books, we ask that you please shop from our links. They are going to be affiliate links. No additional charge for you, but it does, give us a little bit of pocket change to keep us running around here and hopefully lead us to the place where we can do this full time. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so the first book that I want to talk to you all about is the 5 love languages. Let me focus in on it real quick. So this book is a major game changer, and this book is perfect not only for marriage, but he also has several different versions where you can basically use it for any type of relationship that you have. The 5 love languages is a game changer on so many levels. You basically get to find out what your love language is. It'll help you kind of have an idea of what other people's might be. You learn how to fill each other's love tanks and how important that is to having a healthy and a strong relationship, and you pretty much learn about who you are and about who they are. So for example, my love language is quality time, and my husband, his is physical touch. So they kind of go hand in hand, so we kind of help each other out a lot with that. But it would be different if our love languages were completely different. So if my love language is quality time, I feel loved when I have quality time. So if I'm uneducated about it, I'm just going to think everybody feels loved when they have quality time. So I'm going to be trying to spend quality time with everybody, but that's not everybody's love language. So it's important to read that. It's important to learn your love language, learn your spouse's love language, because that'll help you learn how to love each other properly. So that's a must. Like, if you don't read any other book on this list, read the 5 love languages, because it'll help not only with like your marriage relationship, but it'll help with all your friendships, your relationship with your parents, your children, all that, because everybody has a love language. Okay? So the next book that I want to talk to you all about goes a little bit deeper than the love languages, but it is another game changer. It is called His Needs, Her Needs. And I've got that one right here. I don't know where the little dust cover is or whatever, but it is full of so much information. Like, this one and the love languages are books you're gonna need a highlighter for, because there is so much information. So this goes a little bit deeper than your love language, and starts going into your needs, the needs that a man has and the needs that a woman has individually, and you get to kind of determine from the list that's in there what needs are most important to you and important to your spouse. There's a whole questionnaire and everything, and that helps with you kind of making sure that you're not only loving each other the correct way by knowing each other's love languages, but that you're also making sure that you're working to meet each other's needs. How can I meet my husband's needs if I don't know what they are? That book talks about that. It helps you learn and distinguish what your needs are as well as your spouse's, and it just helps you learn how to use those needs to make each other happy. Another game changer, if you only get 2 books out of this whole video: His Needs, Her Needs, and the 5 love languages. For those of you that be clicking off in the first 2 minutes, this is where you can click off, because you just got the 2 most important things that you will hear in this video. Now I'm playing. But anyway, so the next books I want to talk to you about, they're still also very good reads. Just like I said, those 2 books that I just told you about are the most important. Okay? Next, I've got Before You Plan Your Wedding, Plan Your Marriage. This is a good one because it kind of helps you focus more when you're engaged on your marriage than on, making sure everything is right with the wedding. Like, this kind of snapped me out of that bridezilla mode a little bit, because I started thinking, like, that wedding is only 1 day long, but our marriage is going to be for the next 70 plus years. Hopefully it's going to be for the rest of my life. And so this definitely helps you kind of snap out of that and learn those, like I said, good habits before you get stuck in the bad habits. And it takes your mind out of that, oh, this day has to be perfect mode, and it makes you start thinking about the life that you're about to live with this person, because everybody else is going to watch y'all say I do, but y'all have to live it. So the next book that I want to talk to you all about is The Love Dare. And this one is a good one for before you're married, but it's really probably better for after you're married. And especially if you're having like issues in marriage, because it's essentially a way to rebuild your relationship with your spouse after it's been damaged, whether that be by, I don't know, some type of deception, lying, cheating, whatever, or even just, you know, growing disinterested in each other. It kind of teaches you how to love each other again. So this is probably more of a marriage repairing book, but it's a good one to have on your shelf. And it's a good challenge to do because it's a 40-day challenge. It actually pairs with that movie. If you haven't seen it yet, you definitely want to see it. And this is like before you get married, after all that. But Fireproof, that movie is lit.
If I haven't told you that you are a good man, you are. And if I haven't told you that I've forgiven you, I have. And if I haven't told you that I love you, I do.
We saw that movie before we got married and I was like, dang. So that's a good one to see. Maybe I'll make a video about that. If you want to see it, make sure you comment below and let me know. Moving on, the last book I want to talk to you about is actually 2 books, but they are talking about the same thing, so I paired them together because they're about the same author and everything. It's just that one is for the man, one is for the woman, and that is The Measure of a Man and The Measure of a Woman. The Measure of a Man. So these are good to read because they kind of teaches you a little bit more about what it means to be a man of God, a woman of God, what it means to be somebody's wife, what it means to be somebody's husband. This is a very like character building book, and that's good for, you know, if you're married or even if you're not married, because it's teaching you the measure of a man and the measure of a woman. So this is a good one to read. I think I read both of them because I want to know what a godly man looks like. Make sure I'm marrying one. So anyway, that's all I've got for you all today. Those books, I definitely recommend them. I didn't go too much into detail with y'all in this video because A, I don't want it to be too long, but B, because you get so much information from the books. I'm not trying to, you know, spoil it for you. You gotta buy it, you gotta read it, immerse yourself in it, grab your highlighter, grab your partner, y'all both read it. Like I said, most of these books, half these books, we had to read for our marital counseling, and it has made such a difference just in 3 years of marriage because it helped us be able to set the foundation for how we solve problems, and it kind of prevented some problems from even arising and or helped some problems be solved sooner because we use the concepts that we learned from these books. So it's important to make sure that you are building your relationship on a strong foundation, and, you know, doing that research and that studying, it helps. Most of these books are Christian based, which is great as well because it helps you build a nice Christian foundation, but for the most part they're all just, you know, they're based on marriage. These are books written by people who have been married, have strong and healthy relationships with their spouses, and they want to teach you the same, just like me and Daryl with our channel. So I hope that this video was able to help you. I hope that you were able to get something from it. I hope that you go and buy these books and start building a strong foundation for your relationship so that you can really be married until death do you part. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Y'all have an absolutely blessed and wonderful day, and Lord willing, I will see y'all next time.
Don't you know that I just